Day job, running fast from the way it was. Jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hello new subscribers. How are you? All right. Number one, I want to say I'm sorry I'm late. Between and I'm late with this live. I'm gonna make sure tonight late live Saturday. I'm gonna have to redo my thumbnail and stuff, but um I will be adding 2 new additions to it um for tonight. So yeah. Um I'm sorry I am late with this live. Listen, we just moved a week ago. And listen, it's been a week as of today. So we're still getting things done. We're trying to um figure out some things with decorations and additions to where we are, how we want things to look. So that's why the live time kept changing. That's why I came late. So I really been up since 5:30. I know my aunt is making it her way, trying to visit us in here in where we are, and so we're trying to get all that by this summer because I have a trip that I have to get ready to go to, as I spoke of yesterday. 2 trips actually, and 2 trips and 2 concerts. And then the birthday's coming. So it may be 3 trips, 3 or 4 trips. I have a lot to get together. Okay. So I'm sorry I'm late with this, but I am live. I don't know if anybody put the notification. If you come in, catch the live, that's fine. If you want to donate, you can. And if you want to donate for some coffee, you are welcome to it. I'm not sure how the hell to add the coffee thing on here. It's up to you guys. But I do want to say to my new subscribers, welcome in. Now listen, I want my new subscribers to know I talk about everything on here, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, even the situation we talked about yesterday. I even try to encourage men and women as well. Dating out here sucks. I talk about a lot of things. Like tonight, we're going to talk about Zeus and Carly Red and Sharice Mills tonight with the loose cannon bull crap. So it's going to be a real long live, but I talk about everything on here, even missing children. So, like I said, I do want to apologize to everyone that I've been late changing the time. I'm still trying to get, we're still trying to get our home together. We just moved a week ago. So, to my old subscribers, I know y'all remember my story about the things I went through. Things has finally come and looked up. It is great. Now, let me change the logo because we're here to talk about Young Scooter. Okay. I know you're like, dang, what happened to the logo? Well, it's gone, honey. I didn't hit the right one. So we're here to get into Young Scooter. And a lot of people are discussing this situation. This is Young Scooter right here. A lot of people are discussing the situation about the situation because basically, he, first of all, he is a known rapper. He was under Future in Waka Flocka Flame label at one point. I think he was still under Future the last time I checked. So Young Scooter had a birthday. August. He was supposed to have a birthday party, I believe, in Atlanta. And he supposedly was dating this young lady who auditioned for Zeus. I don't remember her being on Zeus, but I believe she was one of the girls we talked about with Baddies Africa. That was supposed to be a part of Zeus. She was not officially cast for Baddies Africa. She was an audition. Hold on one moment, you guys. So yeah. So a lot of people are getting it mistaken that she was never a part of the Zeus Network. She only got a check for being put onto Zeus for an audition. Okay? She was never cast, none of that. So I knew when I heard it, I say, oh yeah, we already know what this was because she was never cast. Okay, so now the young lady has been arrested. She's supposed to go see the court. I don't know how that went, but we finna look that up. And her name is Demetria Spence. And I hope DeKalb County keep her for a minute, because what she did by making a false call to Atlanta Police Department, and that is 20 minutes away, depends on how far you are where you live. Yeah, Atlanta gonna get on her head. We just gonna be honest. So young Scooter was actually honored in Atlanta. Yes, I think today or yesterday they had a balloon release for him. His real name is Kenneth Edward Rashad. Okay. So he is, yes, he's from South Carolina, but he was raised in Atlanta, Georgia. So he died March 28, 2025 on his 39th birthday, attempted to flee from the Atlanta Police Department. Authorities responded to a 911 call reporting a dispute involving G Fire and a woman whom Bailey had forcibly brought back to a house. Once officers arrived, Bailey and another man fled while trying to escape. Bailey penetrated his thigh after jumping over two fences. He was later taken to the hospital where he died of loss of blood from his wound as a result of the injury. So he lost too many blood. Now, I'm thinking him and Demetria had something going on. They stopped dealing with each other. I'm not sure how long they were dealing with each other. They stopped dealing with each other, and then she heard that he was dealing with someone else and brought someone home from the club. That's what it sounded like. And she was jealous. So we're going to get into now her charges. So she had a bond granted for making a false police report. Hold on. Let me move this closer to me. Her bond was granted. She had a bond. We're going to read that. So it says, bond granted for woman accused of making false 911 call before young Scooter's death. Why is it not moving? A Fulton County judge granted bond for a woman who police say made a false 911 call before the death of an Atlanta rapper. Police arrested Demetria Spence on Tuesday. She had her first appearance in the Fulton County Magistrates Court, where a judge granted her $7,500 security bond. So half of that has to be paid for. Hold on. As of Thursday morning, Fulton County jail records show that Spence has not posted bail. Hold on, y'all. So she has not posted any bail. So I guess she ain't had nobody post bail for her. Half of that would be, let me see what half of that is. What's half of 7,500? So I guess she ain't got nobody to pay $3,750 to get her out. Hold on, y'all. It's so slow with the loading. I don't know what Atlanta got going on. with Channel 2 News. Atlanta Channel 2, what's going on, honey? Rapper young Scooter, whose name is Kenneth Bailey, died Friday. Investigators said he cut his leg on a piece of fence running from officers. Okay. A family spokesperson for Bailey's family released a statement. We are completely devastated by the loss of Kenneth, young Scooter Bailey, and are currently still waiting for information to understand the circumstance. Young Scooter was more than just a hip hop artist. He was a phenomenal father and mentor to a lot of Atlanta youth pursuing both sports and music. Scooter was their advocate and support system. He also encouraged his children and the youth to pursue their dreams no matter what. The family is grateful for the outpouring of support and love from the city and all over the country. At this time, they were requesting privacy and prayers as they grieve and wait for answers. So Dimitri, I guess her name is Demetria, whatever her name is, with love because Atlanta don't give a damn. They just know the Spencer girl, who they don't care for. Is basically, I'm telling y'all, she better be glad she's still in DeKalb County Jail. And I say it because the thing with Atlanta, and when it comes to something happening like this with a false report or somebody doing something to somebody that they look up to or that's a rapper or from there that made a staple, they get upset. It doesn't end well. It does not end well. So it's best that she sit herself in there, think about what she did until she go to court. Now, I don't know if I know where he was at. I believe someone said he was Buckhead area, something like that. So Buckhead and Fulton County, it depends on where you sit. It's far. But if he stayed in DeKalb County and I believe she was in DeKalb County when she made the call. He was in Fulton County. Baby, that's a whole 20-minute drive on I-85, 275 North, if you know which side you're going to. So how did you know he brought somebody home? So I believe, this is my thinking, this is what I believe. I believe he did have a conversation with her. They had a little 1-2 going on. We're going to listen to the call. And basically, he didn't want to do it with her no more. And she made a false police report. And it resulted in him losing his life. So it'll be up to, if she made bond, it'll still be up to the state of Georgia to know if they want to, what they want to do with her. What they want to give her, because now it got to the point where somebody has lost their life running. Now I saw people say, "Oh, he was running for the police." First of all, he didn't even do anything. I seen a flyer that he was supposed to have a birthday party. I seen it on Instagram. The man was supposed to have a birthday party that night at the club. He had one on going into his birthday, and then that birthday Friday night, he was finna have a party at the club. Yeah. So that didn't happen. So let's see if I can pull up the phone call. And it was very interesting how she set herself on the live. I'm sorry, on the live. Well, I'm going to see if I pull up the phone call and I can pull up the live. And it was very interesting to see and hear her tell on herself. Like, I guess, let me tell you something. Like they say, guilt. Like that man say, guilt is gonna eat you up and make you feel it. And that's true. Let me see if my TikTok acting right today. Sure is. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy y'all Saturday. I know it's late. Let me see if I can find an audio call. And a lot of people say, "Oh, she was part of Zeus," and I want to clear that up. She was never on Baddies. She auditioned for Baddies, but she was never on Baddies. Okay, we're gonna pause. We're gonna hear this 911 call, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to the live. So I just want people to know, baby, she never left us.
Domestic dispute going on. There's like 7 guys that live in this house, and
What's your
then
name?
I'm sorry, what is my name?
Uh huh. Okay. Okay. Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay, so I'm the neighborhood watch,
Uh
and
huh.
basically like I said, these guys they're like selling drugs in and out of the house. All you see is guys coming in and out of the house with guns and stuff. They holding the guns in the air, and then it's like I'm not sure if they're pimping, but it's the situation that's going on right now. This girl doesn't have on any clothes. They threw her outside. He was fighting the girl. He literally fought the girl. I'm not sure what they was fighting over. If they was fighting over drugs, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were fighting over drugs. Um, and then they started shooting. She had someone come over there, and they started shooting. But the house needs to be investigated. They're definitely doing they're doing illegal stuff over there, and it's
How
disturbing the
many shots
area.
were fired?
I would say three. It was 3 shots.
When did it happen?
It's happening now.
Okay.
So I believe the girl is hurt,
And
and
they're
that's why
coming
I
from
say
273 William Knott Drive.
that's that. Yes, and the girl is hurt because she was like bleeding profusely, like blood everywhere.
Okay. Do you see or hear
She was,
anything else?
yeah, she's trying to get away, and they're holding her. She's being held hostage, like she's trying to. They brought her. The guy.
I didn't know you could see this from where you are to where he is. I didn't know you could see that. And that is far, boo boo. Oh, look at my backyard. There it go. No.
The guy that was fighting her, she ran outside naked, and then he was fighting her outside. And then there was
Okay.
another commotion. She tried to get away. He dragged her back in the house. So now they're at the door, literally fighting. She's trying to get out. And he's refusing to let her out. And it's like 7 guys in the house. There's also a child in danger as well because she has a baby.
Okay. You said the female is naked.
Yeah, she's naked and she's bleeding profusely from her head.
Okay. Can you give me a description of the male?
The male is like has like a caramel complexion, low
Is he
haircut.
black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's black and he drives. Well,
What
it
color
looks
shirt
like
and
this is
pants do he have on?
a blue, regular blue jeans and like a regular like t-shirt.
Well, before I get into that, is this a business house or an apartment?
This is a house, and I think you guys should get here quick because this girl he's really hitting her, and it's a child involved. There is like 7 guys in
Okay,
the
ma'am.
house, and they all have
Ma'am,
guns. You guys need to
ma'am,
hurry and get here before she doesn't make it.
ma'am, we already have help organized for her. What's the phone number you're calling from? Exactly what happened?
There's a situation going on in this house. There's 7 guys that live here, and they're basically, I'm not sure if they're running some type of sex traffic. This individual, she's a 5'2", light-skinned female, black hair. She ran outside naked, bleeding from her face. She tried to get away. She was dragged back into the house, and they're holding her hostage. And then there was a baby involved. So this situation is really serious, and he's punching her. If you guys don't get her, she's
Okay. So that is what happened in there. Let me see if I can find her live real quick. Sorry, y'all hear my folks talking, child. They just And then I'm gonna go with what I have to say. Let me tell you something. This is the lifestyle of rappers, and a lot of females feel like because they're dating rappers or dealing with the rapper that they're part of the reason of why they should be. Hey Terry, why they should be the number one pick. When it comes to these men who are, that's just what it is. Rappers, especially. Um, you know R&B singers or actors, sports, whatever, they feel like, oh, we have to be the number one pick because we're dealing with them. The thing is, you're not just dealing with them. You're not just putting into how can I say it? It don't matter if that's just a lifestyle. And they feel like they deal with them, that's the life. It don't work that way, babe. And for you to be in love with a rapper and the rapper to choose you or anyone with the high honor, you have to not be a pass around. And they have to trust you. You cannot be a yes man. You have to have their best interest at heart. So now we're gonna go listen to the live. Let me see if I can find part 1. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay. Let's see if I can find the part 1, and then we're gonna go to part 2. And I think this person, she lives in Atlanta as well. Okay. Here is under section of 107 of the Copyright 1976, allowance is made for fair use purpose such as criticism, comic news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use prohibited by the copyright statuses that might arise infringing nonprofit educational personal use tips in the balance of favor of use. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and listen to how she incriminated herself, y'all, how she told on herself on live. Okay, and shout out to You Love DB2, who is on.
It looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never had any intentions to get anybody hurt.
Unpopular opinion with DB. Am I messy? I don't know yet. But let me say this. What she said was a pile of shit. I'm going to say this because it's like she's claiming now that she was the one that was being abused, so she made that fake 911 call, told the police it was another lady naked, covered in blood, 7 dudes with weapons, waving them in the air. It was 3 shots, like gunfire shots. She was like saying, come help this lady. She said the house needed to be investigated. She mentioned they were selling drugs. It just sounded bitter. It really just sounded like you were bitter and you were mad. Because if you was trying to get away from somebody, you would drive off, go to the police station, and make a report of the abuse you just did. But you made a fake 911 call that led you in jail. Now they're going to try to pin this on you because the Atlanta Police Department don't want a rapper MURDER on their belt. Period. They're going to put this on you that because of this false report, a man got unalived. And you might get that life sentence. You know what I mean? And that's just my unpopular opinion. Because the way the police department did their press conference, they barely wanted to tell us how he got unalived. They didn't even seem confident. They was more confident in other press conferences than this one, okay? Because they didn't want that one under their belt.
They didn't. And shout out to her. Because the reason why they didn't want on their belt, Atlanta has really, in DeKalb County, especially has been under fire about a lot. And they've been mostly under fire. I'm going to tell you why. Because they just pick them up and throw them in the car, whatever the case. Mostly they got new officers Because I remember 2020 pandemic when they were protesting for BLM, Atlanta Police Department got in trouble for standing with the protesters and letting them express themselves. That's just how Atlanta is when it comes to a black. Because let me tell you something. I said this before and I say it again. Atlanta is not known just for rappers and people that are athletes or in the entertainment industry. You have black doctors, black surgeons, black business owners, black principals, black teachers. It's a whole thing of everything black. Okay? Everything. So Atlanta is the hub for that. Atlanta did not want to tell what happened because they knew they had no choice but to tell, because people were saying that they pewed him in the leg. Come to find out, they say no, that was not true. That's what happened. They did not want to give detail because they were already being looked at. They have had so many GBI calls in Georgia about the same situation. So they did not want to release that. My thing is this. I felt like like I said, she knew he was talking to somebody. And if I wish I could pull up the court document with Fulton County, like I told someone in the comments, in Sherelle comments yesterday, just when it comes to the divorce between Robert and Bree and who filed, you have to pay a nice percentage, have to pay to get those things unless you can email them. Emailing them take 30 to 90 days for them to get back to you. I'm still waiting on my email from Fulton County Courthouse about Cardi B court records, and they're not going to send it to me until that's over. You have to pay to get them court documents. So I don't care if Amora tell you she got it. Amora had to pay. Amora ain't pay. Okay? And it's not, you have to pay per page. If y'all want me to look up what her charges are we in debt with it, like I've always do, the state of Georgia versus Demetrius Spence, I will pay for it, and I'll do a live next week. But yes, you have to pay to get that now. They're charging her with false report, and I'm not sure, like I said, how deep this is going to go for her because she did not make bond, and she has until May for a court date. So it's up to Fulton County Jail what they want to do with her. It's up to them because now this is serious. Ladies, please stop making false reports because of a breakup. I'm going to tell you something. When you're a good person, you know you treated that person well, you ain't got to make no false reports to get back at your ex. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get people to hate them. You don't have to post stuff about. You don't have to do all of that. You just let karma do what it do. You move on with grace. What she did was unacceptable. Now you have not just the police against you. This girl probably getting threats, and her family's probably getting threats from the whole community of Atlanta. They just did a balloon release for him. Let me see if I can find it yesterday. And her family probably getting threats right now, like big time, and probably her, that if she come out, they probably fear for her safety. That's why nobody bond her out. Nobody. Okay, I'm going to play this balloon. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I don't want to play his song. Y'all heard the song. I'm going to play a little bit, and then I'm going to cut it off.
I just left Columbia. Always making bricks, me and Hector. Teach them how to read.
Okay.
She love me because I know what them bricks do. I can serve you, I pull tricks too. But I can make cocaine. Make sure I never see her drought again. I fly back to Columbia. I always make the $1 million run.
I don't want to get a copyright strike.
Oh, what a cute. No, he keeps doing it.
Okay. Rest in peace, Young Scooter. It seemed like he wanted your music to be played. Y'all saw I kept pressing mute and kept trying to move on from it and he won't play his music. That's all he said. Hey, I can't get mad. He said play his music. Y'all can look up the song and play his music. He said keep him alive. Keep him alive. That's what it is. It may irk her nerves. Okay? She can sit in jail. And I'm telling you, shout out to V103 because they playing that. And oh my God, me and ex-boyfriend, now new boyfriend, Incognito radio station. While she's sitting, they play radios in jail. The officers play them. So while she's sitting in there, I bet you the girls are walking around singing the song. And I bet you they're playing that on it. They're playing his music every day. And I promise you, the day that they put him to rest, they will be playing his music. And it's going to irk the hell out of her. That's just her fault. That's just her fault. So, ladies, stop making false reports. This is the result of what happened. And I've said this before November. I say, yes, Black women are under attack. And now Black men are going to be under attack. Please stop. They don't want you going about your business. It's okay. It's okay. It's a lot of people that listen, it's going to be some people that don't want them. Okay? You're fine. You know, it's sad that we had to lose someone who is very talented. He had some great music. Because every time that song come on, when I used to go out, that was the song. Everybody liked to work with him. Great guy. So I want to send my prayers and condolences to his family. And I do want to send my prayers to her family as well, because now she's sitting behind bars and she probably can't step out again. But I do want to send my prayers to her family. And I send my prayers and condolences to his family, because now they have to bury someone who just took care of them, but took care of the whole community. And it's sad to see the people that does so, because, you know, they trying to gentrify Atlanta and do certain things to Atlanta, that people that have done for the community, help the kids, they try to harm them and overshadow them with other things. And it's sad to see that this man lost his life that way. Keep his music alive, Atlanta. Keep doing what you're doing. Anybody that listened to it, that lived there, went there from there, keep that man music alive. Help his family. It's just sad to see for a woman, a Black woman, when Black women have gotten so much, and Black men, okay, let's be honest, we've getting so much flack. It's so many of our rights being taken away to do something this dumb to play on because you wanted clout, because you didn't get picked from an audition. So you can have a storyline. Let me tell you something. If she was to go on Zeus, them girls will eat her alive about this. They would tear her up. They will jump her because they feel like what you did was play with somebody's life. They don't play about that. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about them girls on there, but they're not gonna play with that. So I send my prayers. I'm going to cut this live off. I don't have nothing else. But like I say, if you guys want me to go through the mud hole with very detailed court documents, we can. Ladies, we got to do better. Fellas, we have to do better. And he probably was scared because he didn't know what they were going to do. He probably had something he didn't have. You know, it's his birthday. Of course, he's going to have fun. That's what he's supposed to do. If he wanted 2 big bad bees and you wanted with him, that's his business. It's his birthday. Y'all not together. You can do what you want to do. He had every right. He wanted to bring. He's a rapper. He got the chain. He got the swag. They know his songs. Yeah, they gonna go back home to his hotel with him. Or to his room, to his house. Who are you to judge when y'all not even together? Let him do it. If he want 4 bad bees, that's his business. If he wanted to go to Magic City and get him a lobster, honey, and a hookah and Hennessy, and pick out a brack and take out the whole club with 5 or 8 bad bees, he can. If he wanted to go to Cheetah Club at 12 p.m., had him a great deal with a new song and playing a video and get him a nice dinner on his birthday and spit it on a couple of girls, he could do that. If he wanted, let me tell you something. That was his tax bracket. If you got it, everybody know you go to Cheetah, you make a deal. I'm telling you, you can go to the strip club at 12 p.m. That's what he wanted to do. If he wanted to go to the west side, to the other strip club where the big booty clappers at, baby, and wasn't no food, and he wanted to rent it out and invite everybody there, that is his business. It was his birthday. He had every right. If he wanted them in booty and cheek, that was his business. He was gonna make it on the blogs the next day. That was his plan. He was finna turn up and have fun. But the thing is, what did it have to do with her? Now she's sitting up in jail looking like this instead of not going to Africa making her bad because she didn't get picked. Sad. Now we have to bury this man who didn't even get to enjoy his birthday like he wanted to, his birthday weekend like he was supposed to. Couldn't even do the Atlanta coach. He probably had plans to see 8 big booty and to bring him home. That's his business. So, listen, start with the false reports. Leave them folks alone. And it's sad. I like I said, I send my prayers to his family, man. I see you guys at 8. Thank you guys for watching. Tonight, before I leave, I want y'all to be ready for tonight live. We're not just going to talk about Zeus. We're going to talk about Carly Red divorce. Because I told her not to marry that man. And we're also going to talk about Sharice Mills, how she played herself from Zeus. And we going to talk about it tonight. I ain't going to overshadow it with this. But I see you guys tonight. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. So let me tell you, 8 p.m., don't forget, make sure you have your drink. Whatever you like to sip on your wine, because I'm going to have mine. Make sure you put the kids to bed and got you some snacks, because we get into it. If you watch a replay, don't forget, hit like, share, subscribe, and make sure you have your drink and your snacks tonight. Because, we finna have us a good time. Thank you guys for watching. Later.